What's going on, Reality Miniverse? It is your host, O'Rear. This is unlike any podcast I've done here on Reality Miniverse before, so it's going to be really laid back, and it's also just me, okay? And the reason I'm prefacing all of this is because I might be stumbling over my words a little bit. It's so awkward doing these things by yourself, but I felt like it was natural, and I get to explain a lot about what Famish Games is. The other thing is this is also a live stream. So I'm currently live on YouTube and Twitch, and I want to give a couple minutes for people to come in. So I'm going to be walking you guys through what the Famish Games is, first of all. I think that's going to be a big thing. So if you're familiar with Reality Miniverse, what we do here is originally it was just mini games, and it slowly transitioned into what is now a podcast. And there's kind of two different audiences now. There's the podcast audience and the gaming audience. And sometimes there are people that intersect and understand both, but other times they don't. Okay. I don't think they fully get what the game aspect is, right? A lot of people came to Reality Miniverse from the podcast. So you might not even understand really what the mini games are, let alone what Famish Games is. Okay, so again, I'm going to walk you guys through. Welcome everybody in the chat. Okay, I see you guys coming in. Appreciate you guys checking it out. I think I see Andrew, Reynolds, Danny. Shout out, you guys. Thanks for coming by. A lot of people watching, actually. Geez, I just realized this is exciting. So yeah, let me cut to the chase. I'm gonna explain to you guys a little bit about what Famish Games is, and then kind of what to expect from the game. And then we'll go into the reaping ceremony, and I will randomize the list of applicants, and we'll have our cast. So let's start with, first and foremost, what we do here at Reality Miniverse, which is I host one night reality competition games on Zoom that get streamed to a large audience on YouTube and Twitch. So basically, we condense a format of these different competition reality shows like Survivor, Big Brother, Traders, and we turn it into a one-night experience game for people to come and play. Okay. Now, this one in particular is not based on a reality show. It's based on a fictional series of books and movies called The Hunger Games, right? I think a lot of you guys have figured that part out. So what I've done is I've taken my fandom of The Hunger Games and turned it into a social strategy game. It has elements of like role-playing games, right? But at its core, it's a social strategy game. Okay. So you're going to be voting people off. There's going to be advantages, disadvantages, stuff like that. The role-playing aspect, it really comes down to just the map. And this is the biggest thing I'm going to tell you guys about the game before it starts. And I mean, I guess you could go back and watch the other games and learn this also. So it's no surprise to say that the game starts with a map. That is the first decision, right? I'm going to create a map, and it's going to have different locations on the map, and then people are going to have their choice of where they want to go on the map. And based on where you choose on the map you go, that will decide who you interact with, right? So just like in the Hunger Games TV show, there will be, not TV show, movies, sorry, there will be a cornucopia, right? And the cornucopia in the movies is where all the weapons are, and the players might run to that location first to get the weapons. So it's kind of like high risk, high reward, right? So the same concept will work here. We will have a cornucopia, and the people that want to risk it for the biscuit, not necessarily saying what the biscuit is, but there could be good things at the cornucopia. Again, there will be high risk, more of a chance to be eliminated, but if you walk out, you'll walk out stronger and ready for the rest of the game. Okay, so there's telling you a little bit about the map at this point. I've already made the map, but I'm not going to show you here today just because I don't want you guys to pre-plan too much. You're going to see that map at the beginning, and you're going to have to make a decision on where you want to run to. Okay. So that's big. That's the biggest role-playing element. There's not like health or lives or anything like that. Basically, the Hunger Games is an arena for the social strategy game to play out, where, and typically you would be like fighting to the death. You're going to be basically voting to a death, right? That's just an example, though. There are other things that can happen in the game, right? There are going to be some luck-based stuff. There's going to be competitions as well. your game might rely on competitions. There's nothing. Okay, so there's also fictional beings in the arena. In the past, I've done like the Peagle, and every time you hear the Peagle sound, you might have to ring in and get an advantage. So that's another. Again, I'm not going to tell you what specific animals we're going to have in the arena, but that kind of gives you an idea of some of the things you can expect. There will also be audience participation. That's a big part of this. Again, we stream this to YouTube and Twitch, so people are going to be watching. And just like in the books and movies, there will be sponsorship opportunities, right? So you'll get to vote for the remaining players and who you want to help and who you want to potentially hurt. Okay, so that's another thing. Even if you don't get picked to be on the cast, you can still you still have your way in the game through the audience, which is exciting. A couple other things I want to say. Also, if you guys have questions, I realize I'm just kind of rambling here and I'm all over the place, so I appreciate you guys bearing with me. But if you guys have questions, you can put them in the chat and I will, again, relay them here on the podcast. Because, again, I want everyone to fully understand what they're kind of getting themselves into before we even get to the reaping aspect. I'll say this. Okay, so another aspect of this game, and this has been the case for everyone that I've hosted, each of the districts, there are 12 districts. There's going to be 2 people per district. And you're going to start over the next couple days. I'm going to make chats with your district. So you're going to have the ability to talk to the person that is in your district before the game starts. It's kind of an opportunity for you to pregame a little bit. If you want to like strategize with your partner, you're more than welcome to. The other aspect of this, each of the districts has a theme, right, from the books, right? So for instance, District 1, the theme is jewelry and luxury items because that's what that district produces the most of. So if you're reaped to be on District 1, I would say it's a good idea to dress up in the theme of your district. So again, for District 1, you might want to wear a jewelry or something fancy. Yeah, I see somebody reacting to the pre-gaming. Again, you're just pre-gaming with the person in your district. You kind of get like a built-in friend in this game. So that's exciting. Okay, there's something else I want to tell you about before we get to the reaping ceremony. And this is probably the most controversial aspect of the Famish Games. And I've tweaked it every single time, and I've made it a little bit easier every single time. But the first ever Famish Games famously, controversially, had no winner. Nobody won the game because in the first book specifically, there were 2 winners, and I gave them and if you understand the lore of the book, there could have been no winners, right? So I gave the players the opportunity to step down and let the other person have the win. And if they agreed on that, that one person would win the entire game. But if they couldn't agree, the game would end with no winner. And I know that sounds crazy. For season 2, I tweaked that a little bit. There was still a chance of no winner, but there was a way for them to get out of it. And that is going to be the case here. This game is deadly and nobody is safe. And I think that's the kind of mentality you want to walk into this with. The win is not guaranteed because the games are typically rigged against you anyways in the Hunger Games, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Lastly, I just want to throw out, I don't typically have the opportunity to talk about this openly. I have like links in my link tree, and I'm sure people have seen in the past. But I'm always open for prize sponsorships, right? I love doing prizes, and I am going to do a cash prize for this. Whether I get a sponsorship or not, it'll come out of my own pocket. But I just want to put it out there. If you guys want to donate to the cash prize, my Venmo is at the Michael O'Rear. It's the same as all my personal social media handles, and that's my name, the Michael O'Rear. If you want to send money to contribute to the prize pot, I will put that and my own money as well towards the prize. So I just want to throw it out there. That is an option for people. Last but not least, this is the final point I want to make before I get into the reaping ceremony. If you do not get picked, it's okay. There are many more Reality Miniverse games coming up, and I want to tell you about one in particular, which is called Duplicity, which is our traders themed mini that we do, hosted by our friend Brady, and he's currently casting. So if you don't get picked here and you're like, crap, I was really itching to play a game, especially because I know there's a couple new people in the mix, and I would hate for the new people to just not get a chance to play because they weren't reaped here today. I just wanted to say and point people in the direction. If you don't get this, please go check out Duplicity. That's a really fun game we're putting together, and you might see some reality stars on that cast. Okay, so there's your tease. Okay, let's talk about how alternates are going to work. This is actually the final thing I'm going to talk about before the reaping ceremony aspect of this. There will be so we have about 40 applicants right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to randomize the 40 people that applied. The top 24 people, 2 by 2, will be divided into districts, and they're going to be playing the game. Everybody else, 16 or whatever it is left over, that is our alternates. And that is the list of people I'm going to contact if the original 24 cannot play. So let's say I get the 24, I put you guys in your group chats, and then somebody says, oops, sorry, I didn't realize I had a dance recital that night. I can't play anymore. That person's going to drop out, and then I'm going to go to the next person on the list. But here's the catch. This is where I'm going to throw in some equity for the men and women, because here's the thing: about a third of the applicants were women, and I would hate for there to be a case where for some reason all the women are in the alternate section and not actually playing the game. So that would suck if that were to happen. So the way I'm going to balance it back out is everyone's going to have an equal chance in the reaping ceremony, whether you're a man or a woman. But in the alternates, I'm going to prioritize women. Okay. So let's say there's 5 men and 5 women in the alternate spots. I'm going to be contacting the 5 women first as alternates, and then the men will get contacted after that. I guess if you're a man, your chances are worse only in the case that you're an alternate. So that's something to keep in mind. And that's me being as transparent as I can with how all that's going to work. But I don't see any more questions in the chat. I've kind of talked about everything I needed to talk about. So appreciate you guys sitting through that with me. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab the list, and I'm going to do this on my phone. And we're going to get into the reaping ceremony. So I have everybody on random.org, all of our applicants, and I'm going to randomize it, and I'm going to call out 2 by 2 who we got. Okay. May the odds be ever in your favor. Hitting randomize. Boom. Oh my God. District 1 is fire already. Holy, I just saw the first 2 names and I'm stoked about it. Okay. This is going to be a lot of fun. Again, thank you guys to everybody who signed up. The list has been randomized, and I'm going to walk you guys through who is in what district. District 1, which again, the jewelry and luxury items district. Hopefully you guys come decked out. We have 2 reality miniverse staples here. It is Heatherly Cameron and Rachel McKenna. You guys are District 1. Congratulations on being cast. Okay. We're going into District 2. This is a fun one. Some newer faces to Reality Miniverse. We just got our legends out there. We're coming into District 2. Let's see what District 2 is all about. District 2 is masonry and weapons manufacturing. So you can consider that when picking out what you're going to wear next Sunday night. And the people on this team are Milo and Dylan. Okay, these are 2, again, newer faces to Reality Miniverse. Excited to see you guys get a chance here. And yeah, you guys are District 2. We're going to go into District 3 now. District 3 is the electronics district. Okay. The 2 people on the electronics district, District 3, are our good friend Clem Kardashian and Esmeralda, which I believe that's Esme. Esmeralda, welcome. And Clem, welcome to District 3. And let's move on to District 4, which is, what's the theme of District 4? Fishing. Okay. Gonna catch some fish. District 4 is going to consist of Blake and Dakota. Okay. So again, got somebody that is experienced in Reality Miniverse and somebody that is not. So a little mix there. Welcome to District 4. Again, that's Blake and Dakota. Let's move on to District 5. This is the electricity district. I feel like I would see this every single time, and it blows my mind that there's an electronics district and then an electricity district. I mean, I guess they are technically 2 different things, but they're just so similar. Okay. On District 5, we have Seb and Jeff. Super excited. Both have played Reality Miniverse before. Excited to have you guys a part of this cast. You guys are District 5. We're going to move into District 6, which is the Transportation District. In the Transportation District, we have two people. It is Shaggy and Luke McGee. Shaggy and Luke, welcome to District 6. There we are. We're halfway through it. Yeah, people counting at home, I'm sure you know if your name has been called or not. We're halfway through. I haven't even looked at the rest. I'm just going based on what we have so far. We're going to go into District 7 now, though. District 7 will consist of, again, two people that are not unfamiliar with Reality Miniverse. It's going to be Ben Wood and Jacob Horton. Welcome to District 7, which I don't know if I said is the lumber district, okay? We are going to go into District 8 now. Let's see, what is District? Textiles, okay? District 8, you're into textiles here. The two people on this team are Tony Ford and Luke. This is the other Luke, Luke Harden. So we got two Lukes on the cast. Keep that in mind. Y'all are in District 8. It is Tony Ford and Luke Harden. Textile District. District 9, grain production. Okay. Grain production is going to be Andrew Rudolph and Sam the Ram. Okay. Welcome to District 9, grain production. Get that bread, says Joshua. District 10, we're going to the livestock district. In District 10, we have Lachey and Rob Morales. Super excited to have you both. Glad that you guys could get fit in. We're going to go to the next district, which is District 11, the agricultural district. It is going to be Courtney Davis and Alex Mundy. Welcome to the agricultural district. This is District 11. We're down to our last district. I know some of you guys are sweating here. I see you guys in the chat. But again, as always, just because you're not selected, I could still reach out to you over the next couple days to be a possible alternate if you're still interested and not just mad at the world. Our final two members in District 12, which is the coal mining district, is Stoney and Zachary Kelly. Wow. And I am looking at our list of alternates. There were a lot of people that are in the chat right now that were not picked. So I apologize. Brady B is stepping up, volunteering as tribute. What are we going to do? Okay, here's a fun fact. Somebody in the chat has said you should do a 13th district. I did do that in season, was it season 1 or I think it was season 1. I did it. People got upset because what I did was the 13th district acted as bombshells to the game. So I had like a secret 13th district, and those people entered the game late. People did not like that. They were very mad at me. But yeah, again, what I'm going to do is I have my list of alternates here. I'm going to keep you guys on speed dial because I'm sure, as always, I mean, there's going to be 5 people that were just picked that were like, oh, I didn't realize I had already done this thing. And then 2 of them are going to ghost me the day of. You know how this goes, guys. So again, just because you're an alternate doesn't necessarily mean you're not playing. Okay. There's a good chance that I'm actually going to need like a lot of you. So thank you guys for checking out the Reaping Ceremony podcast. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys are excited about this as I am. It's gonna be a really good time. I'm excited. Thank you guys again for watching. And should I recap really quickly? I'm gonna go through. We have Heather Lee Cameron and Rach, District 1, Milo and Dylan, District 2, Clem and Esmeralda, District 3, Blake and Dakota, District 4, Seb and Jeff, District 5, Shaggy and Luke McGee, District 6, Ben and Jacob, District 7, Luke and Tony, District 8, Andrew and Sam, District 9, Lachey and Rob, District 10, Courtney and Alex, District 11, and Stoney and Zachary, District 12. Let's freaking go, guys. We got a cast, and super excited to see you guys next week. Have a good one. I'm out.